A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a historic and shocking verdict, former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, has been sentenced to death for her role in a violent crackdown on protests that resulted in the deaths of hundreds. The ruling, delivered by the International Crimes Tribunal in Dhaka on Monday, found Hasina guilty of crimes against humanity, including incitement to violence and failing to prevent atrocities during the protests that erupted last year. The former leader has been living in exile in India since August 2024, following her resignation amidst widespread demonstrations and violence. The trial, which took place in Hasina's absence, has drawn international attention and raised questions about the political stability of Bangladesh as the country approaches parliamentary elections set for early next year. The United Nations has reported that as many as 1,400 people may have died during the protests, which were sparked by a student-led uprising against government policies. Witnesses and human rights organizations have described the events as some of the worst violence in the nation since its independence in 1971. During the court proceedings, Justice Ghulam Mortuza Mozumdar stated that Hasina ordered the use of drones, helicopters, and lethal weapons against protesters, actions that constituted crimes against humanity. The verdict was met with applause in the courtroom, signaling a deep division within the country regarding Hasina's leadership and the subsequent crackdown on dissent. Amid heightened security measures, including the deployment of soldiers and paramilitary forces across the capital and other regions, the interim government braced for potential unrest. In response to the verdict, Hasina's Awami League party has called for a nationwide shutdown, reflecting the tensions that continue to simmer in the aftermath of the ruling. As the political landscape shifts, the implications of this verdict are profound. The Awami League has been barred from participating in the upcoming elections, raising concerns over the legitimacy of the electoral process and the potential for further violence. The atmosphere in Bangladesh remains tense, with reports of bomb explosions and arson incidents in the days leading up to the verdict, although no casualties have been reported. Hasina, who has been a dominant figure in Bangladeshi politics for nearly 15 years, has dismissed the tribunal as a kangaroo court and has expressed skepticism about the fairness of the proceedings. Her son, Sajib Wazd, indicated that they would not appeal the verdict unless a democratically elected government was reinstated with the participation of the Awami League. As news of the verdict spreads, the international community watches closely, aware that the situation in Bangladesh could escalate further. The potential for renewed protests and violence looms large, with many calling for accountability and justice in a nation still grappling with the aftermath of last year's deadly events. The unfolding drama in Bangladesh is far from over, and the world is left to ponder the future of a country at a critical juncture in its history. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.